next up, we are going to get into the queen of the world,
Mm,
Beyonce,
mm,
and comments made by her old lady, her mother.
mm.
So Beyonce performed during halftime of the Ravens Texans game on Christmas, and she performed a lot of her country hits and did her thing with all of that. And apparently, there were a lot of detractors on the internet who had stuff to say about it. And Beyonce's mother clapped back at the haters and came to her defense, basically saying that haters are going to hate. That's essentially what Miss Tina
Mhm.
Knowles had to say about this.
Okay, okay.
So this says Tina Knowles defends Beyonce's NFL Christmas halftime show with fiery response to haters.
Mm.
Christmas Day is always a time to be thankful and happy. However, some folks were a bit bitter on the holiday while kicking back and watching some NFL action. Netflix broadcast a doubleheader featuring a matchup between the Steelers and Chiefs, followed by the Ravens and Texans. At halftime for the latter, Beyonce was tasked with keeping the energy high, and she did just that. Making it even more special for her was that she got to do it in front of her hometown fans. She performed a handful of cuts from her country project, Cowboy Carter, alongside Post Malone, Shabuzi, and daughter Blue Ivy.
Ha.
But as usual, some folks weren't too happy with the results. According to the Hollywood Reporter, people still are having issues getting on board with her foray into the genre. So they think she's a country star because she puts on some boots and a cowboy hat and makes up some kind of line dance. That's no country music either, one wrote. Barstool's founder, Dave Portnoy, even commented with some harsh words. Beyonce has been lost since Destiny's Child. That's kind of harsh. If there's one thing you don't do, it's that you don't play with the beehive. One fan responded to all the negativity with an empowering message about not listening to others trying to tell you who you should be or what you should do with your life. In short, the person wrote, irrespective of whatever you like Beyonce's music or not, irrespective of whether you like Beyonce's music or not, it is proof and motivation that no matter how undeniably talented you are, people will always have some negative ish to say. This got back to Tina Knowles, Beyonce's accomplished mother, and she echoed the sentiments of the fan to a T. My sentiments exactly. It is mind boggling to me that you would take your precious Christmas day and and watch a performance of someone you hate and you didn't think has talent so that you can go talk ish about it later. Tina went on, obviously, you are so obsessed, addicted, and secretly admire them, wish you could be them, that you cannot help but to watch and critique and comment and say dumb, ridiculous stuff that makes you look like a joke. So go to another channel when it's halftime, watch goofy cartoons or Bozo the Clown or something you can relate to and see yourself in. Said with love, said with love, you go, Miss Knowles. So
Uh,
Tina Knowles is definitely on some LeBron. Everybody is going to go back to their miserable lives while I enjoy being rich and successful and doing whatever I want to do. She was channeling her inner LeBron with that.
I hear.
So, what do you think of what Beyonce's mother had to say in defense of her halftime show?
Well, Miss Tina, I see that she went scorched earth on that one. You know what I'm saying? She cussed me out without cussing with that. So she, although she was addressing the haters out there, self-proclaimed one over here. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't fit in her little boat there. As far as I didn't take time out on my precious day to watch her perform. I didn't see it, so I didn't do that. And on top of that, on top of me missing it because I'm not obsessed with her. See, this is what I'm getting at. There's two types of haters out there. There's the haters that they are obsessed with the people. Because there's people out there that don't like LeBron content. I mean, like there's like I don't like LeBron content like all over YouTube. But those guys were low key celebrating his birthday because he turned 40. They were low key celebrating it. And I was like, this is a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a damn? So those people are a little obsessed, you know. And then then there's the haters like me. there's there's the veteran haters. The ones that find so much disdain in these people that I avoid them at all costs. And one thing about Beyonce and her performances or whatever the hell she does, I'm not here for it. I don't care for. I've seen enough of her. Is my point. And I heard some of the songs from the album just to, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Oh, let me see if she's actually doing this justice or is she trying to make commercial music. And so when I heard the album, I was not impressed. And I was like, okay, well, this is what I thought. And I just went about my business. If it was good, I would have gave her props, but it wasn't to me. And so I'm sure her performance was, I guess, good, because one thing she can do is perform. I never thought she could sing. I always felt like she was a studio artist that looked the part, and she did a good job as far as theatrics, as far as her performances are concerned, and it gets a lot of people drawn into her energy. But to me, I wasn't fooled by any of it. So, Miss Tina Knowles, I see that you're defending your daughter, and rightfully so. But this hater over here, I don't like anything your daughter does. I don't like anything she does. I don't. I think she, as far as the landscape of R&B artists or artists that's been before her, she's a joke. Uh, she can't sing. And if you want to debate me on that, I'm pretty sure, of course, you're gonna have your daughter high. But if any of the Beehive wants to, gonna have her high as well. But I'll just speak for myself here, and I'll say that I'll take Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin, all right, Anita Baker, Sade. I can go down. I can go down the list of people that have better voices than her. But one thing that Beyonce does do is she can twerk it up because Anita Baker and them wasn't doing that. The new age of twerking it up. Beyonce's got them beat, and so if you want to be the best, twerker of all singers, I think you got that held down. But to me, all this country stuff, just a cash grab, just a way to try to exploit another market. And I'm not here for it personally. So if there is something that Beyonce's got going on, I choose to not watch it if I can help it. And if I was watching that game, which I wasn't, but if I was watching it and she was about to go perform, I damn sure would have turned it off. So yeah, I'm not the hater that's obsessed. I'm the hater that really don't like it. So what are your thoughts, man? Miss Tina Knowles clapping back. Now she's defending her daughter. You know what I'm saying? But hey, she got me twisted. What are your thoughts, man, on what Miss Tina Knowles had to say?
Um, yeah, I don't blame her for defending Beyonce. I also, I don't defend her. I don't blame her for defending Beyonce, and I also say that she's right about one thing. No matter what you do, people are going to complain because I think people enjoy being able to complain.
Mhm.
I don't think people want their problems to be solved. I just think people want to reserve the right to continue to complain about them. It's I think humans get like a cathartic release from bitching about stuff. They just like being able to do it. So you can wake up like they can wake up in the morning and all of their problems can be solved. They'll find the next problem to complain about. So she's
Absolutely.
right on that front. People don't really want their problems solved. They just want to continue to complain about them. If a movie sucks and they remake it and it's good, those people who complain about the first movie sucking, if it's remade good for all the reasons that they said it should be made good, they'll just find something else to complain about the good version for. So that's just what people have become now as we are increasingly microwave with the way that we consume information. People's low attention spans. No one actually wants to solve problems. People just want to complain about them. I firmly believe that. So from that standpoint, I do think she's right. Beyonce could have been perfect in the eyes of all of her detractors. Those same detractors would still have said something negative about it because people just
You
like
damn
complaining
right.
about stuff. Yeah.
You
They
damn right.
also to comment on individuals in your position, because this is how I feel about LeBron. I will defend myself to the death against the idea that I am a LeBron hater. I
Mhm.
don't consider myself a LeBron hater. I think that I am completely logical in my criticisms. If they are legitimate critiques, those are my opinions. You can agree to disagree, but I'm not flamingly hating on the guy and disgusted by his existence. I have
Mhm.
legitimate critiques.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
doesn't make me a hater. It
Mhm.
just means I don't agree with you who worships the ground he walks on. So you use the word hater, and I know you were being tongue in cheek, but
Right.
I don't consider you to be a Beyonce hater.
No.
I just consider you to be someone who's not in the beehive. And if that inherently makes you a hater, then so be it.
Right.
We definitely live in a world where it's all absolutes. You're either all the way in or all the way out. Like we remove the nuance from any equation. So if I don't say LeBron is the greatest player ever, then it must mean that I am a LeBron hater.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I get all of that, but I'm just speaking up on your behalf. You're not a hater. Uh, Furthermore, I will also say this. I think part of the reason, and I've said this before, so I'll just echo it again. Part of the reason why Beyonce is getting flack for the Cowboy Carter project and the music therein is because there are individuals who genuinely have an admiration and appreciation for country music who view it as a gimmick. And I think to all those who defend Beyonce along the lines that she's in this and she did this well, um, I think you should do yourselves a favor and make sure that you give that same energy to other Black country music artists. That's my only critique with this. My only critique with everybody who's gonna ride and die for Cowboy Carter, those will be the same people who can't name another Black country music artist outside of Beyonce. And these are people who have been making country music for years,
Mhm.
who it's in them, like it's in their soul. They're not renting it for a night. Like they've been doing this for years. Like they've been wearing the cowboy get up, and they've been wearing the bell bottoms, and they've been playing the guitars, and they've been doing those melodic tunes. They've been doing it. And a lot of people from our community who love Beyonce have not been paying attention to those individuals. So for me, the one solace that can come from all the attention that Beyonce is getting for Cowboy Carter, hopefully can lead to more attention and eyeballs from people who otherwise haven't been paying attention to country music, a genre which Black people helped to create, which a lot of us don't know about. So, if you feel some type of way about Cowboy Carter and you want to stick it to all those who are hating on Beyonce, my recommendation is go ahead and start streaming Britney Spencer. Go ahead and start streaming Mickey Guyton. Start streaming Kane Brown. Start streaming Raina Roberts, Willie Jones, all of these people who are Black who have been making country music for forever. If you really want to show those lames out there that all of their Beyonce hate is going to go unnoticed because we're here to stay, you should also listen to those other Black country music artists because they've been doing it at a higher level than her for longer than her, and they deserve your attention just as much as Beyonce does.
I mean, good luck with that. I don't think that's gonna be a thing because it's kind of like has there always been breakfast food out there? Absolutely. There's places that specialize in just making breakfast, and then there's people that's addicted to Taco Bell, and then people that was addicted to Taco Bell who just didn't eat regular breakfast at breakfast spots, but now Taco Bell's got breakfast. So they're gonna be eating their eggs and whatever taco breakfast sandwiches and going crazy with it. And then it's like, hey man, there's better breakfast options. There's better, but this person's literally addicted to Taco Bell. Like they defend Taco Bell to the death. And so at this point they're going to go, no, this is as good as it gets. Everything that Taco Bell makes is terrific. And it's just like, I don't think so. Actually, I think there's more authentic breakfast stuff out there than there's more authentic Mexican food. than Taco Bell. You do know that, right? But see, Beyonce Carter, all right, she is an amalgamation of the music industry. She had all the tools to be a superstar success when polished up, and they polished her up, and she won. And those people that believed in this polished up product, they're gonna buy anything she sells. So Beyonce could come out with a techno album that might go harder than the country stuff, but she can make anything, and her fans are gonna go for it. So if Taco Bell comes out with a neon a neon blue drink, and it's got taco stuff in it, people that love Taco Bell are gonna order that next time they get a Chalupa Supreme, because they everything that Taco Bell makes, they want it. So if everybody that's addicted to Beyonce, she can do no wrong to them. And so you telling them, say, hey man, go get some authentic Mexican food. Hey man, go check out some real breakfast. They'll go, but as soon as they roll out of bed, it's more Beyonce. So I mean, I hear what you're saying, man. Hopefully people go out there and venture out, man, but you're asking them to have a mind of their own. Okay. And one thing that Beyonce has done with all of her playing into her being an idly worshipped, her and her husband. You know what I'm saying? They both was playing that game where they want to be worshipped, and there's a lot of people that do that. And I know people personally that I better not say anything wrong about Beyonce when you know I'm in their presence, because they're gonna have choice words for me. So yeah, I was being tongue in cheek for sure about saying I was a hater, because if you hate something, you actually love it shadowly. It's all on the same spectrum. So if you're going so deep in your hatred, you actually kind of love that thing. But me, that's why I said, I don't even tune into her stuff. I'm so disinterested that I don't even bother to tune into whatever she's doing. And so I agree with what you're saying. Of course, I was being tongue in cheek, but the detractors, me shaking up the beehive. I'm sure they're gonna have something to say about what I said. But hey, man, it's all good. You guys love what you love. I love what I love, and I love it if you love it.
Well, to all of y'all out there who love Beyonce like that and you clap back at the first instance of anyone who would dare fix their face to be critical of her in any capacity, just know that when it comes to this Cowboy Carter stuff, that criticism is coming from a place in which people believe it to be a gimmick. And the only way to make that stop is to show them that it ain't a gimmick. And the only way to show them that it isn't a gimmick is to show them that you're less about Beyonce and you're more about the genre that she claims to now be a part of through that music. Now, whether they will choose to do that or not is an entirely different subject, but that's where it's coming from, and that's the only way it's going to stop. But I do kind of think that, much like the way that people are almost addicted to complaining. I also think people are addicted to clapping back at the complainers. It's a two way street, and people have become addicted to being a hater in the truest sense of the word hate. But I also do think that people have become addicted to calling out the haters. Showing the haters that they don't mean anything, that they're nobodies, they're nothings, that the hate ain't gonna stop me. People have become addicted to doing that as well. So there's a lot of catharsis going around. I would suggest that a lot of y'all pick up your phones, however you listen to music, listen to some of these other black country music artists, because people are always going to have something to say about you because they just think you're fly by night. They think you're here today and gone tomorrow, and that you're all about Beyonce and less about the genre. And whether you like it or not, people who appreciate that genre are going to be insulted by that. And that's where a lot of that criticism is going to come from. And honestly, you cannot fault them for that. So,
Right, bro.
my suggestion is listen to some of these other artists who come from your community that y'all probably have looked at as others for your entire life, and maybe a lot of that noise will quiet down.
100. Hey man, you know what I'm addicted to, bro? Facts on these clowns, man. That's what I'm addicted to, bro. Dropping heat waves of truth. That's my addiction.
Yeah. Shouts out to Beyonce and her mama. You know, it is what it is.
Miss Knowles. Yeah.